We are now about to tackle our penultimate project, Hangman. Games Limited want to add to their collection of online games, and they would like you to produce a version of the popular game Hangman. Now I'm hoping that everybody knows how to play Hangman, but if for some reason you don't, let me explain how the application should work. Firstly, the computer should select a random word from a list of words that are contained in a file called words.py. So every time the game is played, a random word will be picked from this list. And the reason we're keeping it in a separate Python file is so it's not easy for the player to see the words that are included in the list. The application should then allow a user to guess a letter that's in that word or try to guess the word itself. If a letter is guessed correctly, the word status should be updated. For example, if we had a word called apple and the user guessed the letter A, the first letter would be revealed, but the other letters would be left as dashes. If a word is guessed correctly, then the player wins. The player should get 6 tries, and a try is lost every time that an incorrect letter or word is guessed. After the 6 tries are over, the game is over. So if you're feeling confident, dive straight in and create a version of the Hangman game. Once again, there is no right answer and no right way of developing this game. You can develop it however you like. Now for those who need a little bit more guidance, let me break the application down into the following tasks. Firstly, you're going to need to create a function that obtains a randomly selected word from a separate file called words.py. So you may need to import a list object from another file that you create. Can you remember how this is done? You will then need to create a function that deals with all of the game logic. Now I'm not going to give too much away here because this is our penultimate project and we've gone through all the features of Python that you'll need to create this logic. You just need to think methodically and go through the game step by step. After you've created the game logic, you should create a function that creates an image of the hangman states after each try. So after the player loses their first life by guessing incorrectly, you should draw a head for the man that's being hanged. You should then draw a body once they've got the second guess wrong. You then need to put 1 arm when the third guess is wrong, 2 arms for 4 guesses, 1 leg for 5 guesses, and finally if their 6th guess is incorrect, you would need to draw the final leg. And you can do this using characters on your keyboard to create an image of a hangman. See what type of images you can create. You can obviously also create this without drawing any image by just keeping track of how many lives the player has left. Next, you should create a function that checks to see if a user wants to play the game again, and we've had a lot of practice at doing this. And finally, what I'd like you to do is to produce and call a function that combines all of the functions above into a single program. And you may be thinking, why would I want to do this? But this will become clearer when we progress through the course. So good luck in tackling the Hangman project, have fun with it, and remember, there's no right answer. Just take it step by step and work out what objects you need to be working with in different parts of the game. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.